Hello, this is Penelope Foray speaking of Foray Accounting, Coaching, and QuickBooks. Today's training is Cutting Expenses, Key to Profitability, but how? Some tips. It may seem like a no-brainer. Cut expenses to make more money, but many small changes can result in significant savings. It looks like the economy may finally be looking up. Still, this is no time to loosen the purse strings in terms of your business expenses. Rather, why not redouble your efforts to cut costs and boost your profitability? Excessive expenses cause debt, which in itself can be very costly, so any money-saving actions you take will be doubly rewarding. More effective money management. Let's start with inventory. To cut expenses significantly, poke into every corner of your company's finances, and I think you'll find if you have inventory is a good place to start. If you sell multiple units of the same item and reorder regularly, you should be thinking about using QuickBooks inventory tracking tools if you are not already. In order to see what this might be like, go to Edit, Preferences, Items, and Inventory, Company Preferences. And here's an example of the kinds of preferences you'll be checking. You should make sure that these settings are correct. If you need advanced features like first in, first out costing, serial number and lot tracking, or inventory management at multiple locations, contact us about upgrading to Enterprise Solutions. Using inventory reports. You should be stocking your inventory to match the pace of sales. You don't want to be caught short, nor do you want to be sitting on too much and tying up money unnecessarily. QuickBooks can help, but you need to calculate the sweet spot for each item. Several built-in reports can help, including Inventory Valuation Summary. This report displays the current asset and retail value of each item and inventory as a whole. Then we have Inventory Valuation Detail. This shows how individual transactions have affected the value of your inventory. We have Inventory Stock Status item by item. This helps you set up smart reordering procedures. And then we have Open Purchase Orders. This report it can always help you to maintain profitable inventories and minimize expenses. You'll need to study this report and QuickBooks related reports regularly. When you're making your buying decisions, consider factors like reorder turnaround time and seasonal sales upticks. Ratio reports. Like profit over sales, these reports can also be very telling. QuickBooks does not supply these reports, but I can help you create them in Excel, so do ask me about them. Using available tools. Let's go over this. Just as an overview, we have QuickBooks budgeting tools. We have a strategy to minimize taxes with year-round tax planning. We want you to get discounts by paying invoices early, analyze cost effectiveness of your transportation, raise prices to offset cost increases, establish a line of credit or consider it, and cross-train employees. So these are some of our available tools. The first one, use QuickBooks budgeting tools. This doesn't need to be as onerous as you might expect. And this is one of my favorite tools, by the way. You can start by pulling in your real data from the previous year as a base. Build in line items for ongoing accounting support like QuickBooks maintenance. Click on Company, Planning, and Budgeting. Set up budgets to see how to start. And notice it's just real simple. I always recommend creating budget from prior years' actual data as an option if you have that prior year's data. Minimize your April 15th obligation with year-round tax planning. Work with me throughout the year on next year's taxes to, for example, make smarter quarterly payments, and I'll help you reduce your tax bill by making better decisions every day. Get discounts by paying invoices early. Here's the window for that, and here's a strategy. Set up custom fields in vendor records to track this, and you can do this. Notice one of the custom fields I have here is 10% within 10 days. If you pay your vendor invoice within 10 days, you will get 10% off the price. This is a really, really good strategy, and I suggest that if you haven't started to set it up, please think about it. Analyze the cost effectiveness of your transportation. Can you replace some in-person sales calls with web-based communication? Can you make sure, and also make sure that your delivery routes and sales call paths are efficient? Change product service prices to build in your own cost increases. Do it across the board in small increments. It may not even be that noticeable to customers. Talk to me about establishing a line of credit. Please do this if you think this might be useful for you. I'll help you determine if this is a viable option for emergencies. It is certainly cheaper than using credit cards, so please think about this one. Cross-train employees. Have employees train each other on their tasks where it makes sense. You can avoid costly temp help and relieve overworked departments. Don't try to change everything at once. Establishing these new procedures will require some extra work and time, and you may not notice a reduction in expenses immediately, but over time you will see a positive change, one that will give you extra dollars and hours to invest in making your company flourish. Thank you so much for tuning in to this training. I hope this was helpful. Please do not hesitate to contact me about any of the information in this training. Again, this is Penelope Foray, Accounting, Coaching, and QuickBooks, signing off until next time.